Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, amazing. They've been playing golf on these hallowed links lands since the 15th century.
And hopefully they'll play for many more a year, because every great player that's ever played this game has walked over Swilcan Bridge.
Frank, this is one of the coolest opening tee shots in all of golf, isn't it?
It is. The whole golf course sits in front of you. Out of bounds on the right, and believe it or not, there's out of bounds on the left. That's the right side of the 18th hole. You'd think it's the widest fairway in the world, but many a player has stood on that first tee and whipped one out of bounds.
And you're teeing off with people watching from the street. Sometimes they're actually looking out of their hotel rooms and peering in.
Yeah, or simply walking across the fairway.
Now one of the best personalities in the game, Miguel Angel Jimenez, ready for his approach.
And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Jason Dufner getting set for his second shot.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. We got away with one right there. Just missed that bunker.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand the whole way.
Frank, many golfers unaccustomed to the full effects of the wind and playing without a caddy watch with great intent as their well-struck approach shot ends up, one, not only short of the hole, but two, short of the green, and three, short of the burn by some 10 yards.
Yeah, you only need a puff of breeze, really, because it comes over the mound that's behind that first green. And for some reason, that second shot always seems to play that sort of 3 or 4 yards longer, even for the best players in the game. No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Jason Dufner has this one for par.
Good read, good line, well played.
This would give him the par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green. this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, this one is right and is wrong. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. That's in the fairway. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. That one is in the bunker. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. This is the third for Jimenez. Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go.
One of the things I think that's captivated the audience now with Rory McIlroy is he's doing things that we thought only one other player could do, and that's Tiger Woods. When you can street fields in a major championship by nearly double figures, that's when you're in a class in your own. And I know that's stating the obvious.
He has a gear, Frank, that I don't think other players have. You might be rolling along at 95 miles per hour and you think you're moving and you look to your right and you blink and go, who was that? Somebody just went by me and he's doing 125 and making it look easy. This kid is really special. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Sinks it!
Unbelievable.
Dufner's been solid all day. This one again for par. And so just getting started, even par so far. These putts keep the round together. Stays at 1 under with that par. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot. Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. And getting ready for the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Here's a par putt for Jason Dufner. Even par early on. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Did the job right there. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest. Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Still not home yet, playing his fourth. This is a cross-country special.
Well, the fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
This is a par attempt for Jason Dufner. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So with that, 1 over par. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up 1. Drops it. And he's at even par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
What a great shot.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
This is the third for Jimenez. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Birdie try up next. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. So this is the third shot to the par 5. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
"15 feet away. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Never gives anything away with the expressionless face. Bogey, birdie, but we'll tell you, that is a birdie for Jason Dufner. 1 over for the day. So they'll tap in. Still even par for the day. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my eye.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Jason Dufner getting set for his second shot. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, this one's tracking. Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
The inimitable Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for par. and getting ready for the putt. All right, no damage done. Stays at 1 over par with that putt. So just a formality here. Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. Now, 7th hole here at the old course, Frank.
Ideal line, just hit your tee shot over the March stone. The bunker on the 11th green actually often comes into play, called the shell bunker. So anything a little bit right of that, but very difficult green for the approach shot coming up. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
See that bit where they mow? That's fairway. Try and get it in there.
Just in that second cut here, only 135 yards to that hole location. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Second shot, good look at the green.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke. Rich, I once asked Tom Weiskopf, I was really young, I said, who's the greatest putter you've ever seen? And I thought the answer was going to be Ben Crenshaw, Billy Casper, even my fellow countryman Bob Charles. And he sort of shook it off and he said, that's the easiest questions anyone's ever asked me. It's Jack Nicklaus. I'm like, Jack Nicklaus was great player, you know, hit the ball far and high and all that. And I said, well, why would you say he's a great putter? He said, well, you know, when you hit a shot to 30 feet on just about every hole, and you never look at a makeable putt. But the first one you get, the first 10 footer, you just bury it straight in the middle of the hole. He said, that's a great putter. He said, when you watch Nicklaus's career over the years, time and time again, he wouldn't have a makeable putt. Take two putts, take two putts. But when he had one, the first one he looked at, he knocked it in. And he said, that is what a great putter does.
He made them when it mattered. 18 times to win major championships, it mattered for Jack. That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Oh, I thought he had that. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Here's the man with the best ponytail in the game. He's also a pretty good putter. Miguel Angel Jimenez for birdie. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
This one measures out to 15 feet. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Did the job right there. Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. So close. Where you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss. And a drop shot here at the 9th. Now a birdie bid for Jason Dufner. Never gives anything away with the expressionless face. Bogey birdie, but we'll tell you, that is a birdie for Jason Dufner. So a tester from 4 feet. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under.
Even par currently.
Putt drops, now at 1 over par. Now at the 10th, and Bobby Jones loved this hole, didn't he?
And that's why it's been renamed Bobby Jones. Drivable for a lot of the players, but if you're going to have a crack at this green, avoid the gorse down the left side, as well as the 2 pot bunkers that are in line with the right side of this green.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today. Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or 2 more.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Jason Dufner getting set for his 2nd shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Birdie chance here on this very long putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Miguel Angel Jimenez with the putt. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. That's a solid par putt. So they'll tap in. One under for the round. Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in them.
Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Wow, really off the mark. Missed the green here. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Solid play, heart of the green. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Settles in over the putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Dufner trying to get out of here with just a bogey. Now at -2 for the day. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Solid par. This for double bogey. Three over for the day. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. Touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Rich, one of the problems with the 12th hole is the severity of these ridges on the green. If you've got a pitch shot or a short shot coming in here, not only do you have to get the distance right, but you've got to get the right spin on the ball, whether it kicks forward or you want it to stop.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
It'll take some skill now.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. What a putt. Just missed, Frank. That's cruel. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. This one has a good line. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Miguel Angel Jimenez, good par. Saves par, stays at 3 over. drops the putt to go to 2 under. Moving on now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what's the strategy here?
Once again, to avoid those pot bunkers, the first one is called nicks, and then the other two up ahead, once again, they're called the coffins. Somehow you've got to go right or left of those or beyond those. If you can go in the exact right position, which is slightly left center, you will actually have a full view of this green. Left or right of that, then it's a blind second shot.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. So he's in the fairway bunker. Frank, what's the key here on this shot?
Sometimes take a little bit more club, but it still gets down to contact. Any little bit of sand gets between the ball and the club face, you will lose 10, 15, 20 yards. Off the flight path again. Well, when you can't reach the green out of a fairway bunker, do the next best thing. That's put the ball in play. That's exactly what we just saw.
Smart shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Now the 2013 PGA champion ready to go with his approach, Jason Dufner. Good swing, good shot yet again. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Oh, I thought he had that.
Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there. Getting set now over the putt. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end. Really. This is that awkward length.
You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
Just a little tap in here. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 11th hole seems to have shaken his confidence. -3 now for the round. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one's headed way right.
And rough trees, all sorts of problems on that right side.
Just a bit offline and into the bunker.
Second shot. That's an absolute beauty.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, it rolled out of the short grass and into the white sand, so this is third shot.
Yeah, a lot of the professionals would rather be in the sand than the thick rough. You can control the spin much better out of fairway bunker than you can the rough.
You see that kind of work from the bunker, you think of the greats like Seve Ballesteros and Gary Player, the best bunker players of all time. This is the third for Jimenez. I don't know what happened there, but he missed it badly, well to the right. Ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in.
Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough.
Just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. This is a cross-country special. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
The inimitable Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for par. All right, good putt.
The rhythm of that stroke. Didn't try and bash it in the back.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. But you have to like that. 4 under. So just a formality here. Just a sloppy hole, no other way to say it, and it results in a double bogey. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. That brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Gonna need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, this one is right and is wrong. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Might be. Could be.
Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Has the putt, and now at -1. Just a couple of feet. They'll take it. That's a par. Frank, the 16th hole, there was a time in my life when I was in 4th grade, I would have really enjoyed hitting the principal's nose. But that's not a good thing here?
Well, I'd like to think you graduated past 4th grade, but and if you did, then you'd be very aware of the principal's nose. You'd hit it left, it'd be a little longer in for your second shot. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
This is way offline. Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. He'll need to be strong with this. Has a shot of about 145 yards. Frank, you know this game can just take the wind out of your sails. Tough sport.
Everybody would love to drive it down the middle of the fairway, knock it to 10 feet and make the putt. We know it's not always going to happen, but play to your strengths. You might be chipping well. You might knock the odd 30-footer in. You don't have to play perfectly to make a good score.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Could it be? That is a cross-country putt right there.
Up and over the ridge. That's a seagull.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
Did the job right there. Frank, so many famous landmarks on this hole. The hotel on the right, you want to avoid that. The bunker on the left, and then the stone wall beyond the road.
Yeah, there's all those features is one of the reasons why no one would be allowed to design a hole like this today. It also makes it not only unique, but I think that's the greatness of the hole, is that all those problems you're very aware of. It's just, can you avoid them?
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle.
Whoops, Rich, this is way offline.
Oh yeah, get down.
Now, this is way offline.
Yeah, this one is headed out of bounds. Well, just needs to refocus right here. Out of bounds on that last shot, needs to keep this one in play. This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds. Not his best, but not his worst. It just got away a little bit to the right. From the heart of the fairway, 180 yards in. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Jason Dufner for bogey. Oh man, you can't miss him from that distance. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Ooh, that hurts. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Starting to feel it now, 3 under. That is disappointing. She just hit it a bit too long.
Well, we forget really how well ladies swing the club at times too. They have the same problems that men do. You hit it too well, it's not going to stop.
Now at -2 for the day. Frank, here at the 18th, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories, I remember Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples, Lanny Wadkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
And I love that fist pump. It was pure Seve. All that fire, all that passion came flying out. And that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Wadkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. I really love the caddies at St. Andrews, wisecracking old-timers. The guy hits a shot hard into a gorse bush on the left, and he turns to the caddy and says, "Is that okay?" And the caddy says, "Does it look okay? Hit another one." Another instance, guy was stuck between two clubs. 6-iron, 7-iron, 6-iron, 7-iron, back and forth. Finally, he chose the 7-iron, hit it about 15 yards in the ground, and the caddy looked at him and said, "I guess we'll never know, laddie, will we?" That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh, I thought he had that. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
This for par. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Dufner drops the birdie putt. So just a formality here. That is a solid par putt right there. Disappointing round overall, Frank. It looks as though the range is going to get a visit today.
Oh, yeah. Grab a bucket of balls, and you've got to work out the swing as quick as possible.